Welcome back, Romantic Home family. I'm Olivia of Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video, I am so excited to share with you a DIY step-by-step tutorial on how to create this beautiful romantic wreath. I've had so many requests for Victorian, French country, kind of some shabby chic romantic decor, so if you guys are here for it, so am I. This is going to be a beautiful over-the-top creation, and it's a little bit easier than you guys think. And what do you all think about my glamorous dress? I picked it up at the thrift store for 25 bucks. It fit like a glove. So I thought, why not go ahead and showcase it in this romantic kind of Victorian French manor, French country video, creating this elegant over-the-top wreath. Also, if you guys would like for me to sell any of my creations, drop those comments down below. I always used to do an Etsy shop for years, and I just don't know if that's something that I should get back into, if it's something you guys would like to see. So anyway, thank you for being here, and without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns. Get out your glitter, lace, roses, all of your romantic decor, and let's get to crafting.
For this beautiful romantic wreath, I'm starting out with a grapevine wreath base that I found from Hobby Lobby, and also these beautiful kind of blooming, they're golden leaves. I cut them into several different pieces, and then I'm hot gluing at the ends of them, and I'm cascading at the top of the wreath and then down the side. For this wreath, I want it to be very French manner, chic, but I wanted to have the illusion as if it's blooming, like a fresh cottage garden in late summer, early fall. I'm also draping it to the side and around. So we did several stems at the top, we cascaded them down, and then we're going to kind of have them come up and around. This is going to just be so fun to share with you. I've never shared with you all my really over-the-top wreaths. I used to have an Etsy shop, and I created really big, beautiful creations that would take me a day or so to make, and then I would list them and sell them. And it was just such a wonderful experience. So now I get to share that with you in this tutorial style. The next thing I wanted to add was some greenery to the top and then to the base to give this wreath a bit of dimension and depth. I'm also going in with these kind of dusty off-white cream larger florals. I'm not really for sure what that one is called, but it's beautiful. All the florals are from Hobby Lobby. And I'm adding hot glue to the end of this is kind of a fall, just little tiny hydrangea peck. I added a floral to the top, and now I'm adding a floral to the base of this wreath. Quick reminder, if you're watching this tutorial and you're thinking, I'm not really crazy about the colors that she's using, you can always pick different colors in the same style of florals that I'm using, so just keep that in mind. I had all of these florals in my craft stash, so if you want to do a pretty wreath, make sure that you might go ahead and get your craft stash out, see what you have from last season, and go from there. So I'm adding in just a little bit more of those kind of golden tendrils, looping them up and around. So how is everybody's week going? I hope you all are having a gorgeous, blessed week so far. I'm having a wonderful week this week. I'm super excited. My kids and I are going to be going on our family vacation next week, and my mama's heart is just so full of joy. Spending time with my kids on vacation is one of the biggest blessings and pleasures of my mom life. So I'm really looking forward to it. The next thing I'm going to do is add in my bow. I'm going to make an Olivia bow super easy. You're going to take your ribbon, measure it from your hand to your elbow, and then simply loop it over on itself. This is that beautiful, just ornate Michael's ribbon that's from their French Manor collection. They have a 25% off coupon if you decide to go and purchase it. You can use it online or in store. I looped the ribbon over on itself 4 times to get 2 loops on each side, and then I'm simply going to trim that off, find the center, kind of make sure it's fitting. My bow was a little bit large. I could have possibly made it a tiny bit smaller, but I was still able to work with it and it looked very grand. I'm gonna find the center of my bow and zip tie that off to the center and set that bow aside because I want to layer my bows. I do enjoy layering ribbon. I think it just gives a more grand effect and gives dimension. This is the second bit of Michael's ribbon that I bought. It's in this blue, but it has loads of creams and golds and some pinks even thrown in there. I'm going to take the ribbon, loop it over on itself 4 times in a similar fashion that I did in the last one. And then I'm going to pinch that off in the center. Once I have both my ribbons together, I'm going to use the rest of the ribbon that's left on the rolls. Oh, it hurt my heart to use the entire rolls, but it's grand, and so we have to use loads of bows. But to make my tails, I simply zip tied them to the center point of my little ribbon loops and then zip tied it to my wreath. So easy. The next thing I want to do is just fluffy duffy this out. I pre-fluff my bows, then I fluffy them once I get them attached to my creation, and then I fluff them up some more. I'm going to use these beautiful, they're kind of a bluish, purpley gray wisteria plant. Now this wisteria is from Michael's. I really do like the blue wisteria that they're carrying. I think it's so gorgeous. And I'm just going to hot glue the edges. I used 1 bundle of the wisteria flowers. I really wanted to mix the blues in with the golds and creams. I'm promising you all a romantic fall, so I really should say that this is episode 1 of my I Love Fall series, but I am going to be doing Christmas in July, so I wasn't for sure if we should start fall yet. But this is definitely going to be an over-the-top beautiful fall wreath. The next thing I did was dug out some of these pretty, I believe they're peony flowers, and they're kind of in a rose, kind of gold color. They were from a wedding that I had decorated for years ago, actually by now, and I'm just adding them to give that pop of romance. I really want to bring in some roses into our fall decor. You can still use traditional fall decor, just add in some beautiful roses. So I'm layering these and wait till the finished product. This is all going to come together. Now if you guys notice, there is a little bit of method to my madness. I really pick in each floral one at a time, and I do layers, and I alternate colors as I go. I take a step back from the wreath to see where it needs more colors or layers. I add in more of the cream florals and then more of those rosy florals, and then I'm continuing to layer in the rest of those beautiful wisteria. I had them cascading down the bottom of the wreath. I really wanted this wreath to just feel like it was a blooming cottage garden, something that you would see on Pride and Prejudice or Bridgerton, you know, those really beautiful period dramas where they just had so many flowers and it was so romantic. That is the feel that I want to give to this beautiful creation. So I'm adding in also a little bit of wisteria off to the side. I really want to make sure that all of the colors are being represented fluidly throughout. I'm adding a pop of some roses and some rosy golds to the top with this pumpkin and that beautiful pretty copper piece that I also found at Hobby Lobby. So what are you guys thinking so far? I'm so excited to hear your feedback. I've had a lot of really positive feedback online when I posted a picture and then a fun little kind of mini teaser. I'm also going in with a little bit more depth with some of these orangish fall leaves. They were attached to a garland that I had just kind of cut apart. So I'm really just taking bits and pieces. I like to lay out my bits and pieces before I start my project just to make sure I'm going to have enough to make my vision come together. This is a little bit more of the pricier side because I am using more florals and greenery and then the leaves and then the beautiful bow, but it's an art piece. In my opinion, it's a creation, and so I just wanted to share with you guys something that's a little bit more intricate. I do a lot of really simple decor on my channel, but I wanted to wow you guys for this one and give you guys some inspiration that you could create something similar. The next thing I had was this lace that I found at the thrift store. I'm going to take it and just simply tie it into like a shoelace bow. what I want to do is I want to pick that lace into the original ribboning just to give it that extra bit of romantic flair. So if you are wanting to do a traditional wreath, but you want to add some romantic flair, add in a touch of lace. I did make this tutorial a little bit longer because I really wanted to see, for you guys to see my step-by-step process in case you're inspired to do one of your own, or if you're just enjoying watching me. So once I have my lace tied into a pretty little bow, I'm going to trim it off, and then I'm going to hot glue it into the ribbon. Now I'm kind of nestling it down in the ribbon because I don't want to cover up that beautiful ribbon, but I want to give it that touch of lace and romance. Now I'm adding a little bit smaller of bows with the lace in and around the top to just kind of fluidly give it that tiny little pop of romance throughout. And I am adding also a little Victorian brooch in and around the center point of that bow. I do love to add a little bit of a character piece to my wreaths, or something hidden and nestled. It's kind of a surprise if my guest gets a really close-up look, but it just adds that extra touch of romance. And those beautiful little Victorian cameos are from my sweet friend Natalie at totallydazzled.com, and I will leave a link to her site in the description box below. She's a wonderful small business, and I love supporting her and her endeavors. I added a little bit more of gold to the top pop of this, and I'm really loving how it's looking so far. I really need your feedback. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty stunning, and I'm very, very happy with it. I'm also excited to kind of give you guys a little bit of a longer tutorial. I feel like it's a little bit more intimate and slowed down. So here I am just trying to situate, should I add in a tassel? Should I add in that Victorian brooch? You know, just really trying to do some things that are going to add that beautiful pop of character that just next level the creation. So when you're making something, just think about that. So here is the finished project. I have begun to get out all of my fall decor to see what I have. Yes, I know it is the kickoff and the beginning of summer, but you can never start too early when you're making all of your creations homemade. And so many of y'all have requested for me to start fall, for me to start showing Christmas. And because I know a lot of y'all are like me and you really love to take your time and make beautiful wreaths and garlands and decor for your home, I think we might as well go ahead and get started. So anyway, I'm really pleased with this creation. I hope you guys are loving it and you're inspired. What do you all think about mixing together the blues and mixed in with those fall colors and then that romantic pop of lace and the roses and the peonies? You'll have to let me know. I really think that it came out really beautiful, and I think it's a different take on just our normal heavy all oranges. I feel like it's still fall, but it kind of breaks it up just a little bit. So I'm really excited to share with you guys this new season of romance and joy and love. And I want you guys to remember how much God loves you and to be proud of yourself and to, be proud of those in your life and to be kind. And also that God is the great healer. If you have a broken heart, God will heal that broken heart. So anyway, I just wanted to give you that little nugget of encouragement. And then now I have to share with you guys my little puppy dog, Benji Bear. He is off to the races. Well, there's no races happening, but he is on his evening walk. As soon as I get done crafting, before I start editing for you guys, I take him out on his evening walk. It kind of breaks things up because filming and crafting is somewhat intense for me. And so it just gives me out in nature and gives me a little bit of a break. And I know Benji Bear has so many puppy dog and kitty cat fans out there. I couldn't resist just sharing with you guys his little bebop and walk. Anyway, we love you guys so much, and roof roof and meow meow. He's so funny. He has kind of like a little strut when he's out and about in the neighborhood. So anyway, we love you guys.
Thank you all so much for joining me on a fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. It's a true blessing and honor to have you all here. And for those of you all that are new, I'm a DIY crafting mama. I love to share with you all how you can make your home's boutique a gorgeous on a budget, and even yourself boutique gorgeous on a budget. I found this gorgeous gown at the thrift store, and one of my girlfriends actually was shopping there with me, and I picked it up. It was 25 bucks, and I was like, I don't know what in the world I would ever wear something this glamorous to, but I'm getting dressed up for you all just because I think you all are special. God thinks we're special, so every once in a while we're gonna have to whip out our beautiful dresses, get dressed up, and take some pretty pictures and make some beautiful decor. I also thought that it looked really nice with the colors in this wreath. And speaking of the colors in this wreath, what do you all think about the color combinations? I think this Michael's ribbon is just so ultra glamorous, and I actually wasn't really thinking about it for a fall wreath, but I really love the new Bridgerton Netflix show, so I'm super inspired to create really romantic decor that's kind of Victorian girly, but that also could do, in the undertones of fall and bring in those darker colors. So depending upon how you decorate around it, I really think that this could pass from summer to fall. So you're gonna have to drop all of your comments down below and let me know what you think about my new creation here, my dress, what you guys are doing. If you all like to see more of this glamorous, beautiful Victorian style or Regency or just, romantic decor. I am such a romantic at heart. And so it just brings me so much joy to create these projects, and I really let loose on this one. This is kind of the style of wreaths that I used to create for my Etsy shop. They were very high-end, for very high-end homes, and I haven't really shared tutorials on how to create those. Just because I wanted to always make things, really simple and budget friendly. And, this is pretty budgety friendly. I don't know. I would say it's a little bit more on the high end, but, of course I will still continue to create budget-friendly decor as well, but I think, putting a lot of time and effort and a little bit of, money into one creation, it just can really elevate things. And this is definitely a showstopper in my opinion. All of the little details and everything I already had actually in my craft stash. I just kind of rearranged things. So anyway, except for the ribbon. This is that beautiful Michael's ribbon. They only have one roll left of each in my store, so I may have to go buy some more because I really am crushing on it. I think I want to make some swags and bows with it. So anyway, thank you all for being here. I want to encourage you, no matter where you're at in your life journey, in your crafting journey, whatever you have going on, keep going, keep going. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Clear out your heart. And I think the only way for me personally that I've been able to clear out my heart with, anger or resentment or unforgiveness has been through Jesus. So, listen to some Jesus music, get out your Bible. That's what's worked for me. I'm not trying to push that on anybody, but I'm just sharing my heart from me to you. Like you all, I have been on YouTube for the last 6 years. Not like you guys have been on YouTube for the last 6 years, but in the last 6 years, things have happened in my life. I've experienced loss, I've experienced heartbreak, I've experienced so many different highs and lows, which we all do. Nobody out there is just floating through life without any problems, without anything going on. So I just want to share that with you all because every day is a new day. Every day is a gift from God. And so I know you all have been praying for my family. Thank you all so much. And I am praying for you all as well. Drop those prayer requests down below. I really feel like this is going to be an amazing season on my Olivia's Romantic Home YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I have some really fun collabs coming up with just some friends that just are amazing creators, and so I'm super excited about that, and I can't wait to share with you guys this season. So I know I got a little long-winded in this video, but I hope you guys are here for it. I love y'all. I can't wait for our next video, and until then, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.
The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike as we hold